button check because
okay.
I see Bubs and Matera on the screen. Nobody wants to give their nobody wants to show their hand early on what character they're looking to pick, because we did see, actually, I don't know if NEOKARSH caught it, but Zombie was hovering over Percival for a moment. He had been playing Percival for a good amount recently as well. Percival, I think, has a pretty favorable matchup against both Jita and Catalina. For different reasons. I think Catalina can play the mid-range with Percival, but Percival's offense is just much better than Catalina's. And Jita, while she can hang with the same amount of offense, she doesn't have those far whiff punishes that Catalina has access to. A lot of times has to take a smaller combo just because she can't, you know, whiff punish a far 5H or a far 5M with the full combo she'd want.
Yeah.
All right, so buttons are checked. Gonna head back to character select and see what the players are willing to bet their tournament life on here in the loser's bracket.
That sounds so horrifying. But you're right, though. This is the last shot here. One person is going to walk home.
Yeah, NEOKARSH slid over to the Jita immediately. Hasn't locked in yet, but hovering over it at the moment.
Yes. Oh, took off the weights. Unfortunately, NEOKARSH is definitely walking home this weekend, taking down. Or no, actually, no, MBK.
Yeah, MBK
is still there.
Yeah, that's the question.
Okay.
We know they drove together. The question is who drove.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I would definitely, if I'm NEOKARSH and I drove, when it's time to leave with MBK, I'd be like, yo, yeah, you know, gas money is like 4 times what it was when we got here.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Mysteriously. Yeah, I'm gonna need $200.
The economy is just in shambles.
But we do see Cagliostro on ZOMBMU's side and Catalina on the side, the signature Catalina for NEOKARSH here. This matchup, not the worst. It's difficult for Catalina once the traps get down, and she has that very stubby 2L. Catalina actually, after they made the change where you have to use actual lows to clear the traps for Cagliostro, this matchup became significantly harder for Catalina because she has arguably the worst low in the game with that 2L, that very stubby 2L. A difficult time clearing traps. She does have some tricks she can use. You can react a lot of times to the spike with light wall and let it rip immediately. You armor the spike, punish it, and it clears the traps because of the punish. Also, I mentioned this earlier with one of the other matches, but you need to be really disruptive with light thrust in order to shut down the trap placement. But in turn, you need to be very careful with your spacing on light thrust because it is -10. It is a very punishable move. And NEOKARSH is going to have to really ride that line. Spacing, though, is one of the things that he's very good at.
Yes.
NEOKARSH taking his time, trying to get the traps down. There they are in the air.
Okay.
NEOKARSH just moving forward. Yes, getting out of the situation, and this is going to be a good knockdown here. Does just the light DP for the air reset.
Good light wall. Gets out of dodge
here. EX thrust is up, so I'm going to have to be careful moving forward here. NEOKARSH harassing with the light wall.
And great patience here from Zombie, recognizing, you know, the danger of the situation.
And there's the big whip punish. Oh, misses the close 5L. Cagliostro was a little bit high up. Usually want to let them fall just a tiny bit before you do the 2H. And a big check, and round one, rather, going to NEOKARSH here.
Good stuff.
And this is just pure fundies out of NEOKARSH, just making the right decision on when to run up, on when to challenge, getting a clutch whip punish in the corner for a lot of damage.
Okay, nice spot dodge through the fireball here.
Catalina having to play this slower game. Now we're getting the good part of existence. Let's go.
A good backdash, actually.
Yeah, good reactions to the spike. When you're looking at Cagliostro, you can see she looks into the book when she pulls out the spike, and you can react to the spike if you're looking at her rather than at the middle of the screen. Yeah,
that's such an important note. A lot of zoning type characters, they do have those types of animations, so it's easier to react at full
screen. Wall bounce, all right, we're seeing some big damage come out close 5L. Doesn't end in the DP, just going to take the air reset, move up, and NEOKARSH in a very dominant position right now. Trying to challenge close 5M with a reach, but the 2M just too far. Teleport, same side, great block. Ooh. Zom forced to activate. NEOKARSH has taken a good chunk of damage, so if Zom gets a solid hit, he can definitely finish this. 2H to clear the traps, though. And again, NEOKARSH in the position.
That'll do.
Game one going to NEOKARSH.
Solid play here from NEOKARSH.
And I make the joke a lot about, you know, ever since that first CEO, you know, I'm usually the one shit posting with like Zombie has a cat issue. And I'm usually joking around because when I fight him, he definitely seems to know the matchup pretty well. But NEOKARSH is just such an experienced all-around fighting game player.
Yes.
It's very difficult to control spacing around him because he knows where he needs to be standing. He knows when to approach and when to back out. And we're going to see the change to the Belial here. I feel like there's a very obvious strength level difference between these two characters. Belial is a much better all-around character than Catalina is.
Hands
but
down.
I don't think this head-to-head matchup is that bad. I think Catalina can fight Belial well. She can punish a lot of things that a lot of characters can't. Zombie is going to have to be careful with placing his 2-1-4 Ls. Catalina can get a far 5L punish into either EX thrust or rushdown. So you're going to have to be careful. On the other hand, NEOKARSH was a little bit fireball heavy in against that Cagliostro. He's going to have to be careful with that fireball against, and that right there, the key in this matchup is Catalina loses to every sweep in the game. Sweeps destroy her normals, and Belial has arguably the best sweep in the game. One of the top 3 for sure.
Spot dodge here. Nice challenge.
Fortunate trade.
Does find its way.
And you can see Zombie just running up with the sweep, trying to find that trade with the normals.
Ooh.
Great anti-air with the far 5H.
Hold this range here. And yeah, again, like you're saying, that sweep coming out, trying to get that whip punish.
Yeah, or even the trade with the fireball is very favorable.
Oh,
he dodged too early, and that's going to be the round. Super, yes. Kind of a rare mistake for Zombie, a little too early on that spot dodge. That's why I don't like the spot dodge option. When you see a Catalina misconfirm and they start charging the light wall, you're much better off doing a neutral jump, coming down with a heavy button or something.
Okay. 2M. Those plus frames here.
Yeah,
Put back
the
into
sweep.
the corner.
Oh, misconfirm here. Gonna have a hard knockdown mid-screen. Stagger pressure. Patience from NEOKARSH, finally choosing to bust out with the light TP. Almost had the whip punish on the sweep. Very difficult button to punish this cat, though.
Ooh, EX, pinwheel. Got the challenge, but look, NEOKARSH has a substantial life lead. As soon as I say it, it disappears if it clutches a Belial.
Run up grab.
Oh my
Good pressure, hard knockdown, moving towards the corner. Rush down available. ZOMBMU with the bell, gonna have to be very careful here.
Oh. Chip off the table here.
NEOKARSH just engaging, backing off with the jump back. Gonna spend some meter for the plus frames here, but great reaction to the fireball. Zom tying up the round count here in game 2. And this is the hard part for Catalina. She has no true block strings into her safe, her plus options. There's always a gap. You have to be very deliberate with this character. It's not that she's not strong. She has the damage. She has some great normals. But you just have to be very precise with this character compared to everyone else because everything is punishable.
Okay, EXDP.
And you can see there, earlier, NEOKARSH actually had the far 5H anti-air against Belial Jump H, but I do think that was a bit of a fluke. Belial Jump H very good at handling her anti-air options. Nice counter poke though into the rush down. Gonna spin the thrust for the hard knockdown. Whiffs the fake meaty into the grab, but a big challenge here from Zombie.
Nice. Okay, got the cross up, the good blocks though. Nice challenge with the 2M.
And that's gonna do it. Oh no!
No, not close enough, not close enough.
Yeah, I thought that was gonna get the wall bounce, but just shy. Zombie trying to see if he can find an opportunity to activate, maybe jumps out.
God.
A little too far for the punish. Ooh, big read. Oh no, but he missed the punish.
Yeah, you definitely hold out on that one there, but
yeah,
the chip comes through. NEOKARSH up 2-0 against Zombie right now.
Yeah, unfortunate situation for Zombie. Even though the punish was missed, he had to make a decision to take his turn immediately. Honestly, his only way out of that situation is he would have had to be mashing DP immediately after that super. That would have been the only way out. As soon as he was placed into that block string, the chip was imminent. Auto combo into EX Fireball is a true block string for Catalina. You can't do anything about that.
Okay, taking a moment here. Still hovering. No,
I do think we're going back into the Belial. The only other honestly, the only other pick I might see Zombie go for is maybe the Percival, but I don't know if he believes in his Percival like that.
I guess he does.
All right, I'm feeling pretty smart right now. We are going to see the Percival matchup. This is a matchup that has changed a lot as this game has gone on.
Yeah.
This matchup at launch was incredibly Catalina favored because Far 5M was -7. It was punishable by Catalina 2M. They, over the course of this game, have made Catalina more weak offensively and Percival more safe. And those are the keys. Catalina is in a position where she cannot really hit you unless you mess up. And people do mess up, so she does get her opportunity to play. But Percival, everything is so safe, and he has such a range advantage. And once he gets the knockdown, his offensive pressure is so much better than hers. I like this pick a lot for Zom coming out. This is definitely a hard matchup for Catalina.
Ooh.
Using light wall though, getting the knockdown. And these counter pokes are working really well right now for NEOKARSH.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Like you mentioned that if you mess up, that's the big opportunity for Catalina too. And I feel like that's the style. She's very much like a Sam Show character almost.
Yes. She is a punish character.
Yeah.
She's arguably the best character at the game. Having that far-reaching 7-frame, having her far 5L, a very far-reaching 6-frame. But right now in the corner, gonna get the command grab, misses the link though. That can be a little bit tricky if you're going for the heavier buttons. Oh, and the JU,
up, yes,
the Shoto JU, but also a drop in the same, that cursed corner. Both players dropping combos in it. You can see, look at everyone already laid out in that corner. You could have looked behind you and known you shouldn't mess around over there.
It's the sunlight. Don't go in the sun. Clearly. Gotta stay indoors, play video
Great
games. Nice
whiff
rush
punish.
confirmed.
No!
Again.
What happened there?
It was just too far.
I think it was actually a late cancel.
Okay, late tech.
Yeah, aggressive run up here. Oh, caught the backdash. No cancel though.
Be so careful, rush.
Oh, that barely made contact.
Oh my
and the
God!
bait with the light wall. The light wall only having one hit of armor, a multi-hitting move like that DP will go straight through it. But the instant backdash, he flashed his shield just long enough to say, hey, you want to do something? And then he backed off.
Yeah, really smart decision from NEOKARSH here.
And it is match point for NEOKARSH. This is ZOMBMU's tournament life on the line right now. Stagger pressure using his lights.
Nice spot dodge.
Yeah, that gets rid of the fireball timer. That's going to eliminate some options for plus frames. And right now, everything is working for NEOKARSH. Counter hit confirmed. This is a one-touch match right now.
Okay, nice. Chase down.
Back throw, going to get the positioning switch. Good patience from NEOKARSH.
Yeah.
No button on the ground. So it wasn't a counter hit. He has the opportunity to live again, and that's going to do it. And it's official. ZOMBMU has a cat problem.
This is such an unbelievable victory right now for NEOKARSH. I mean, I say unbelievable, but look, the work. Let's go, NEOKARSH. Let's